Hi, so welcome everyone to Biology Year 8. It is Miss Nixon
and Miss Moore,
and we will be talking you through food, nutrients and healthy lifestyles.
Okay guys, so what do you know so far? You probably already know a lot about this topic. Can you have a go on your own at writing a definition? What is a balanced diet? Then, can you see if you can name and give examples of any food groups?
Okay, so we should have got something like, this means eating food that contains the right nutrients in the correct amounts, and we call this having a balanced diet. So in your books at home, I want you to add to what you've already written. We've also got a breakdown here of the actual food groups here. So we've got carbohydrates, they're for our energy. Lipids, technically as we know them, fats and oils, they provide energy as well. We've got our proteins for growth and repair. Vitamins, obviously to keep you healthy alongside our minerals. Fibre to keep that our bowels moving, poo-poo to you guys, moving through the guts. And then obviously we have our water needed for all cells and body fluids. So in your books again, I want you to write down each food group and a little sort of definition next to that.
If you weren't sure of any examples of these food groups, now that you've seen them written out like this, can you think of any examples of each one of these? Have a go and see how you do on the next slide. Right, so how did you get on with your examples? Things that you could have had, things like carbohydrates might be your chips, your potatoes. Protein is all your meats, things like steak and fish and chicken. Fats, you can have oil, butter, or even found in other foods like avocados. Vitamins, you get in a lot of your fruit and veg. Minerals, you can get in all sorts of food as long as they're healthy, but you might see them as things like sodium and magnesium. Water, just got to drink your water. And fibre, you get in nice things like brown bread, brown rice, and again, lots of fruit and vegetables.
Okay, so challenge for you guys. Think about a nice Sunday roast dinner, and I want you to write down the ingredients for that roast dinner and then relate that to what kind of food groups you might find in that.
So whenever you buy food from a shop, you'll see that it's got a nutritional label on it. Your job now is to go into the kitchen, raid the cupboard and find something where you can find the nutritional label on your food item. Have a little look at it and see what kind of information you can find from it.
You are not allowed to pick pasta.
Pasta shortage. Okay, what did you find? What information can you find on the nutritional label? You might notice that it's got a percentage of your daily value down the side. But here's a question, who might that percentage be different for from person to person? Can you have a little think about that?
So now we know what we are looking for. I want you to have a look at these two groups of cereals and have a think about which ones are going to be our sugary cereals and which ones might be our saltiest cereals, and who they would affect. So for example, if you had young children in your house, would you want to give them lots of sugar? Would you want to give them lots of salt? And this is how adults and yourselves now can have a real look at what you are eating, what it contains, and whether that is going to be back to what we said at the start, a healthy, balanced diet.
Right, we'd like you to write these out into your book, please, and have a go. Do you think that they are true or are they false? Don't click next yet because it will give you the answers. Have a go first and then click when you're ready to see how you did.
Okay, so your task for the day is to design a menu. Your starter needs to be a healthy option. You then need to design 2 main courses, something with a high energy level, and also one for the vegetarians out there. Then that will be followed by your dessert. That needs to be full of vitamins, so you might need to think about your fruits for this one. Also, if you'd like a little extension activity, we would like you to plan your family's dinner for tonight, and it must be a healthy, balanced meal. And all of these options, I want you to write in your books. Your menu, obviously, can be done in colour, on paper. You can take, as long as you want, you can provide this menu to your family and see if they like it. And this should take you plenty of time, so no reason for you to get bored at home. Thanks, everyone. That is lesson 1 nearly over.